Fallout London, the game size conversion mod for Fallout 4, just revealed some big new details about their upcoming release in a recent interview with The Gamer. All of this information comes from The Gamer's interview with the developers of Fallout London, and they talked about their mod's development, a new website now hosting the mod, and the current status that the mod sits in. Before we get into it, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Fallout news. Very few mods or community-led projects in general garner the type of attention that Fallout London has brought so far, but through their trailers, it looks like they are set to bring us great quality content that perfectly embodies the Fallout spirit. Fallout London was originally supposed to release back on April 23rd of this year on St. George's Day, but the announcement and subsequent release of the Fallout 4 Next Gen update just 2 days later on April 25th led to Team Fallon delaying the huge conversion mod for Fallout 4. Now the team behind the Fallout London mod is hard at work making fixes to the mod and making it compatible with the Fallout 4 Next Gen update. One of the biggest issues was the Fallout London mod relied on the other mods for Fallout 4 like the script extender that were broken in the Next Gen update, so this has been a complicated issue for them to tackle. In a recent interview with The Gamer, the developers of Fallout London have also laid out some additional issues that the team has had to work through over the last few months since the delay. In this interview, they stated that their Fallout London mod will have to be hosted on GOG, a game storefront that is owned by CD Projekt, who are also the developers of the Witcher video game series and Cyberpunk 2077. The article from The Gamer also mentions that previous large Fallout mods, specifically the ones for Fallout New Vegas like the Frontier and the New California mod, have also been hosted on popular mod website Nexus Mods. But with Fallout London being so ambitious and carrying a rather large file size, Nexus Mods was not able to host the mod, and a new site like GOG needed to come in and volunteer their platform for use. This is also notable in the realm of fan-made content because most storefronts for video games like GOG charge a percentage of the sales, and ultimately that's how they make their money. But with this fan-made mod, that is not the case at all. The upcoming Fallout London mod for Fallout 4 will be released as a free download with other ways to support the developers if you so please. But GOG will not be making any money by hosting the fan-made project, but maybe they are in it for some goodwill from the gaming community. Regardless of why GOG is actually doing this for the Fallout London mod, us gamers appreciate them stepping up and offering to host the Fallout London mod since it was way too big for Nexus Mods and there probably was not many other options for them at this time. In the interview with The Gamer, Dean Carter, the project lead from Team Fallon behind the Fallout London mod, expressed how big this collaboration with GOG really is, and in his quote, Dean Carter said, "We initiated discussions with GOG to release Fallout London after Nexus faced challenges hosting the files. Without the combined help of the Nexus mods and GOG, releasing Fallout London wouldn't be possible. So we really do have a lot to be thankful for here, and a huge reason to tip our hats to GOG and their storefront on this occasion for stepping up and seemingly hosting Fallout London solely in return for some goodwill from the gaming community." The article also made a note about the mod releasing on consoles and confirmed that the Fallout London mod will not be releasing on consoles because, similar to the Nexus mod issue, the mod is way too large to release on PlayStation or Xbox via the Bethesda.net network of mods. GOG has also made some comments recently about hosting the Fallout London mod and some of the unique challenges a release like this actually poses for their platform. The platform is currently figuring out how to juggle the perception consumers on their platform will have and view the mod, and they are trying to ensure that they don't mistake this for an officially released game. Obviously, this is not a game that you can buy and play on the GOG platform, but it will be a mod file that is meant to be an addition and full conversion to the already existing Fallout 4 files on your platform of choice. So my understanding is that this mod won't be playable on the GOG platform, of course, but will allow you to download the mod and use on the platform you already own Fallout 4 on, by you adding it to your game files, much like other mods do. In their quote, a GOG spokesman said, "It's a super interesting project. For us, it's a release like any other. How do you market Fallout London on the store? It's a DLC, but it's not really a DLC. So how do you approach that from the digital platform side? It does look like this is going to pose some hurdles for GOG and how they choose to list and market the Fallout London mod on their platform and storefront, and hopefully this will pave the way for user-generated content in the future." In the interview from The Gamer, they listed another quote from GOG, and this time they were talking about why GOG decided to host the Fallout London mod. In the quote, GOG said, "I think for us, and what distinguishes GOG from Steam is that we're just a bunch of very enthusiastic guys. There was just a project that we wanted to support and we're like, hey guys, this is great, let's do it, it's gonna be fun. Preparing for this, we've already had tons of fun. To me, it sounds like GOG is also really enthusiastic about being able to play some part in getting this mod out to gamers, and a rather important role, since if it was not for them, then we might not have gotten this mod at all. GOG also talked about the optics of hosting this mod and the PR angle behind it, and of course some good PR with gamers always goes a long way, but they also said that some of them at GOG are modders themselves, and many at the company love Fallout 4. With all the negativity you see around gaming in YouTube comment sections and all over Twitter and other places online, this has really been a nice story to read for me personally and showcases some of the good things that can come from all of this. In the article from The Gamer, it also says that GOG had a short turnaround originally with this decision, since they were brought on board to the Fallout London project to host the mod just weeks before its original release back on April 23rd. This makes me think that all along the Fallout London team had originally planned on releasing the mod on the Nexus Mods website, but in the 11th hour of development they found out that Nexus Mods would not be able to host it because of the mod's unusual size. I am sure that on their end, Nexus Mods tried everything they possibly could to get this mod to work out, since they are one of the most popular mod sites, but it sounds like right before Fallout London's original release date back on April 23rd, everyone realized that Nexus Mods was not up to the task with their website's current framework. Then of course the release for the next-gen update for Fallout 4 was announced to be 2 days after Fallout London's release, which was unfortunate, but I believe everything happens for a reason. Maybe this was meant to happen so that the launch of this mod could go a lot smoother and many of the kinks that remain could be fully ironed out with the mod. Honestly, who's to say, but I'm sure the Fallout London team would have been very grateful if Bethesda would have given them a heads up about the next-gen update and its planned release date. The timing does seem a bit funny since it was only 2 days after the Fallout London release, but I personally do think it was a big coincidence that these releases lined up like this. And of course, the Fallout 4 next-gen update broke all the required mods for Fallout London, so instead of requiring people to not update their games on the PC, they have decided to delay the Fallout London mod for now, and another release date has not been given just yet. Honestly, I'm not really sure how long it will take them to fix this, since I have no knowledge of modding or game development at all, but I'm still hopeful that we will get to play the Fallout London mod at some point in 2024. Dean Carter, the lead on the Fallout London mod, also talked about how he wished that Bethesda had given them a heads up originally, but ultimately he was not surprised, since Bethesda has been known to keep their distance from fan-made projects like this in the past. He said that Bethesda and other game companies tolerate fan-made projects like this as long as they do not infringe on their intellectual property or negatively impact their brand. But with the chance of that happening and the risk of not having control over the project and its personnel, it becomes understandable why a company like Bethesda would want to keep their distance from the project and not have much communication at all with the development team. In the article from The Gamer, GOG also added to this discussion, saying that I think Bethesda kind of purposely closes their eyes to it. I think it would be great if they showed their support because this is a huge passion project, but I think a lot of corporate stuff comes into it. GOG also said that at the very least they are sure that their support of the Fallout London mod would not upset Bethesda, and that GOG and Bethesda are close partners at the moment and they would not want to do anything to harm that relationship. GOG also went on to explain that the developers of the Fallout London mod, a comprehensive expansion mod for Fallout 4, are not being compensated financially for their work and have put significant pressure on themselves to complete the project. GOG, having joined the project shortly before the planned launch, was not overly disappointed by the delay, recognizing the need for more development time to ensure the mod's compatibility across all versions of Fallout 4. Although the release was nearly ready for the initial April 23rd release date, GOG advised the Fallout London team that a delay would allow them to fully prepare for the mod's release, although they were prepared to adapt to any scenario if needed and even release by the original release date if they wanted to. So it sounds like GOG were ready to step up to the task, but are flexible with unique conditions that surround a project like the Fallout London mod. The interview from The Gamer also talked about the release date of the Fallout London mod and how currently, after the delay, the team does not have a solid release date for it. GOG said on their end specifically that the work will soon be done, so the mod hosting is almost sorted out, and the team working on the Fallout London mod want to release it as soon as humanly possible. There was also a second update to Fallout 4 recently, the first patch since the next-gen update was originally released, and this update was meant to tackle some of the bugs and issues that were introduced when the next-gen update was originally released. Dean Carter, the lead developer on Fallout London, had this to say about ongoing updates to Fallout 4. Smaller Fallout 4 updates such as the one scheduled for today should not cause too much of a challenge for our team. While we strive to maintain compatibility with the latest game updates, these sudden rapid changes in the game's codebase can require additional adjustments on our end, so we're doing our best. However, we're committed to providing ongoing support for Fallout London to ensure a stable and enjoyable experience for all players. Hopefully Bethesda can get the game in a state that they're ultimately happy with going forward so that the new updates are not required and don't further set back the Fallout London team. Each time the game is updated, changes must be made to make the mod compatible with the latest version of the game, but it sounds like these smaller updates to Fallout 4 should not cause too much of an issue for them. Towards the end of the interview with the gamer, Dean Carter also mentioned an interesting idea for the Fallout London mod, but it might not be reasonable for them to consider at this time given all the extra work it might entail for them. He said that they are currently open to the idea of releasing the old version of the Fallout London mod that would effectively be the pre-next gen update version that was planned for release back on April 23rd. Dean Carter said, "We're being tempted by community feedback to launch on the old version of Fallout 4 alongside the new version, but this isn't set in stone as this would effectively double our release workload." While it does sound like a great idea and a theory for them to consider, I'm not sure that the team who is already bogged down with getting this mod to work in the first place needs to worry about double the workload at this time. While of course we could use a different mod to roll back our version of Fallout 4 to the version before the next gen update, I think it would be best for everyone at this time if the Fallout London team just released a version of the mod that's compatible with the current next gen update, especially because that will probably be the best version of the mod too since they have continued to work on it. That brings us to the end of the interview between the gamer and the Fallout London team, and it brings some great insight into the ongoing development and challenges that Team Fallout is facing at the moment. It's great to hear that they are still just as passionate as ever about getting this mod out to everyone, and hopefully sooner rather than later with the help of other equally enthusiastic partners at GOG. Also, of course, a huge shout out to the gamer for hosting this interview with the Fallout London team. It was a great read and look into what's going on with the Fallout London mod, and I love to see that they are willing to cover this mod in such a deep way to keep us fans updated. I will have a link in the description of this video to the original article about the interview from the gamer, and if you're interested, I will also have a link to the Team Fallout YouTube channel. You can check out their channel for all the trailers from the Fallout London mod that they've released, and all the content that they've currently revealed for the mod to us thus far. It all looks great so far, and it will be amazing to see Fallout in a location outside of the US for the first time. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Fallout news. And if you're looking for something else to watch, click one of the videos you're seeing on screen right now. I will see you there.